Brilliance Audio presents The Poison Garden by A.J. Banner, performed by Sarah Mallow Christensen. On the ferry ride home, I was not yet planning to kill anyone. I was still full of hope, eager to land on Chinook Island, although the rocking boat made me queasy, pitching and rolling on the churning waters of Rosario Strait. I tried to focus on a seagull riding an updraft alongside my window, its feathers ruffling in the breeze. "Our first wedding anniversary is tomorrow," I thought to the bird. "What do you think of that?" The seagull called out sharply, seeming to cry, "Congrats!" It was a male Thayer's gull, I guessed, gray and white with a spot of orange on its bill. Kieran would know for sure. He'd turned me on to bird watching, bought me my first pair of binoculars. I would bring them on our next sailing adventure, a weekend tour of the islands. We could leave earlier than planned, as I'd cut short my stay in Seattle by one day to surprise him. I'd met with my financial advisor, as I'd promised I would. What had been mine was now also Kieran's. I'd also shopped for lavish anniversary gifts, and I'd stopped by the herbal fair to pick up supplies for my shop, all the while daydreaming, playing back the night before I'd left, when a September storm had pummeled the island, and Kieran and I had lain in the warmth of our bed, limbs entwined. I couldn't wait to get home. I kept scrolling through pictures of him on my phone. Rugged features, startling blue eyes, and windswept russet hair. He'd gained a little weight around the middle, which only made him more attractive to me, more human. There he was, sailing his yacht in a summer breeze, helping me blow out 36 candles on my birthday cake, singing to me in a video in that smooth baritone. A little off-key, but charming. He loved to kiss the palm of my hand, then all the way up my arm, and the morning I'd left for the city, he'd slipped a heart-shaped greeting card into my purse. "Here's to a lifetime together." The ferry slowed as we approached the island, Chinook Harbor emerging from the mist, the downtown strip of shops nestled against a hilly, forested background. In the protected bay, a variety of boats bobbed along a grid of floating docks. Kieran's yacht, the Not on Call, was tied to the outermost slip, undulating gently on the waves. Fog shimmered in the air, lending the scene a mystical aura. All along the waterfront, quaint boutiques huddled together in the autumn chill. From Chinook Pizza in its red brick building to the shops in historic Victorians, the town had always felt like home. I loved the hidden alleys leading to backstreet cafes and art galleries, prime attractions for tourists. I could always identify them, the tourists on the boat. Today, the first escapees were arriving from the city for a long weekend away. They looked ragged and world-weary. As the ferry neared the dock, they gathered at the salt-speckled windows, snapping photos on their phones. Mostly for their benefit, the captain announced over the loudspeaker, "We are now arriving at Chinook Island. All passengers must disembark the vessel." This was the end of the line for the rusty ferry, before it would power up again and limp back to Anacortes, the launch point on the mainland to the San Juan Islands. I descended the metal stairs to the car deck and got into my Honda just as the boat thudded against the dock. It took a minute for the ferry workers to secure the lines and lower the ramp over the water. When a woman in a yellow uniform summoned us forward, I started the car and followed the other vehicles off the boat. As I drove past my favorite haunts on Waterfront Road, the Egret bookstore, Orca Gifts, the Salmon Cafe, I could feel the languid island atmosphere seeping into me. In hanging baskets, petunias and geraniums still bloomed in a rainbow of vibrant colors.